Hey everybody, welcome to the Raw Review. That's right, my review of last night's Monday Night Raw for last night, or yesterday being March 12th, 2012. And I have to say, from what I have read through a lot of comments, and from what I've heard from different reviews, either it's Off the Rope Show or anybody else, is this Raw was kind of received at times with basically overall received with some mixed reaction. Were received with some mixed reactions is what they were. Basically this Raw was received with the mixed reactions because it really didn't have much wrestling skill as some people would hope. But, well, not wrestling skill, didn't have much wrestling period as some people would hope. So, basically they kind of judged it on that a little bit. And I guess that's okay, if you will. And that's what I felt kind of gave it its mixed reaction. Overall, I thought it was alright. I thought it was good. I thought it kind of had that old school / attitude era like feel to it at times. You know, because everybody's complaining, because there's a lot of people complaining that they want the attitude era back, or they want something that's similar to the attitude era, or they want something that's kind of like a blend. I mean, remember when Raw was Raw as War? Raw would always be, the Raw portion, which was always kind of like a PG rated deal. But when we went into the War Zone, that PG went to 14. And I'm pretty sure that's what they want. They want that kind of a blend again. And believe me, I'm pretty sure if WWE is using any sense, they're thinking about going in that kind of a direction. But anyway, Monday Night Raw, again, to me, I thought it was alright. I mean, we kicked things off with John Cena doing his rap portion of the Rap Rock concert. You know, doing his rap portion of the Rap Rock concert. Now, at first you would think, when you first heard about this happening the week before, you think to yourself, oh, it's just going to be John Cena doing what he did over a year ago, just coming out as himself and just rapping and all that. No. That didn't happen, folks. And I'm pretty sure if you've watched it on certain video sites by now, you would realize that John Cena didn't come out, you know, like he did over a year ago. No. He came out full-on old school Cena. That's right, full-on old school Cena. And what do I mean? I'm talking about the fact that he had the basic Thuganomics theme blasting out instead of his My Time Is Now theme. He had basically, I mean, he basically went old school. I mean, like I said, he had the basic Thuganomics theme out, blasting out. He had the basic Thuganomics theme blasting out. And it wasn't just Cena coming out just to that. I mean, Cena went full on with this. I mean, Cena had the Cleveland Cavalier jersey, his hat on backwards, his chain. It's like everybody, I mean, you look at the comments that people are making on different video sites out there that have uploaded Raw, and at least uploaded this portion of Raw along with the Rock concert. And believe it or not, you have a lot of people, a majority of people that you probably would think were Cena haters. All of a sudden you're seeing them praising this. They're saying, this is the Cena we want. This is the Cena that needs to be around. And you know what? That's understandable. That's understandable that this is the Cena you want. This is the Cena you feel that needs to be around. That's understandable. Because heck, I felt kind of happy and felt nostalgic when I saw it. But the thing is, could this be a sign of things to come? Now we all know that certain wrestlers, certain performers can alternate from one alter ego to another. We know that. We know when it comes to wrestling, the one that's best for that is Mick Foley. I mean, Mick Foley had Dude Love, Mankind, and Cactus Jack, to alternate from time to time. Just look through the archives of WWE, like say the Royal Rumble one year. He came out as all three guys. At separate intervals, but all three guys. So, again, it just shows you exactly, it kind of shows you that people can alternate. Now, if this is something WWE's done for one night only, just because of this whole rap rock concert, that's okay. That's cool. I'm cool with that. And I'm sure anybody else is, because they feel if they can allow Cena to just do it now, if they can allow Cena to do this right now for this one night only, maybe this is something they can work on in the future. My thing is, they need to possibly blend the "my time is now, hustle, loyalty, respect Cena," have Cena blend a bit of what he is now, hustle, loyalty, respect, my time is now, with a bit of the basic Thuganomics word life deal. Blend that together, and you'll have something for everybody, in my opinion. And I think, and you know, honestly, I think John knows this. And honestly, I think John knows this. I think he knows that this is something he can do. I think he knows this. But the thing is, has this experiment of coming back full on for one night only so far with the whole basic Thuganomics deal, is that going to be a success? Is that going to be a sign of things to come? Like I said, I think what they're going to probably do, in my honest opinion, is they need to blend them. That's what they need to do. They need to blend it. Now, a lot of people have commented and said that some kids had the look on their faces like, who the heck is this? Is this John Cena? You know, they're wondering, who the heck is this? Is this John Cena? And quite honestly, it is John Cena. It's just that it's not the John Cena they were used to seeing. See, the John Cena they're used to seeing is a John Cena that everybody has complained is Super Cena. It's basically shoved down their throats, and they don't like it. But now, all of a sudden, WWE allows John to do this, and it's like, hey, yes, John Cena! It's like, okay, we get it now. You want the word life. It's like, okay, we get it now. You want word life Cena. It's like, okay, we get it now. You want word life Cena. You want basic Thuganomics Cena. Well, you know what? All you have to do is tell WWE, find a way to blend it. But anyway, getting on to the rap itself, I thought it was pretty good. In fact, it was the first time that Cena ever really swore, to the point that the swear word got blanked out. I mean, when he went and said, I may be Kung Pao chicken, but you're nothing more than Miami fried chicken, you know, it's like, whoa! But the thing is the rap and this whole thing a sign of things to come? It might be. Some people are already saying that it's just one night only. And yeah, it might be one night only, but it's an experimental one night only. You got to think of that. And honestly, in my honest opinion, I think they're going to blend it. And I know I'm repeating myself saying that, but I think they're going to. Now, we did have some matches. There's no doubt about that. And that's out of area unknown number. I don't know who that is. But we did have some matches. The first match we had was Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler. And it was pretty good. It was physical, I'll say that. It was pretty good, and it was physical. I mean, Dolph Ziggler threw Sheamus into the announce table, and Sheamus had like some kind of big gash on his back. It wasn't bleeding or anything, it was just a big gash. And but it was physical. It was a good match, and Sheamus did end up winning the match. And a lot of people speculate that he won it quicker than it should have been, but because of what happened with the gash. But overall, it was a pretty good match. And during the match, you had Daniel Bryan and AJ up in the skybox, and I don't know what they're doing here. I don't know what they're doing with AJ and Daniel Bryan. I don't know if it's going to be an abusive relationship kind of storyline with them, or if AJ's in on this whole thing and maybe she's going to go full on heel come WrestleMania. I don't know. Or is she going to cost Daniel Bryan the title at WrestleMania? See, that's what I'm wondering. But overall, I thought the match was good. Now, of course, we had several backstage segments throughout the night. There's no doubt about that. The second thing we had that night was we thought we were going to have a mixed tag team match, right? Instead, we ended up having a 2-on-1 handicap match. It was Mark Henry and Otunga versus Santino, and of course, Otunga and Henry win. They beat down on Santino. Kofi tries to come in and help. He gets beat down. Truth tries to come in. He gets beat down. And essentially, we find out that the first two members of Team Laurinaitis for that Laurinaitis versus Long team match, 6-on-6 match at WrestleMania, the first two members are Otunga and Henry. Now, we also find out that the team captain for Laurinaitis' team was Otunga, and the team captain for Long is Santino. Now, we're pretty much guaranteed that Christian's going to announce himself as the third member of John Laurinaitis' team tonight during the SmackDown tapings, which will air on Friday. And pretty much as well tonight, we'll find out that Truth and Kofi will be part of Team Long. So, we'll see what happens there. But that was about what happened. Now the only question is, what direction are they going to go with this whole, who's going to be the general manager of both shows? No one really knows yet. No one really knows, but they're banking on something, but they're not sure. Now, surprisingly, we had a backstage segment with Eve, Zach, and Beth, and there's a lot of things going around that. We're not sure what's exactly happening with. Right now, the storyline with Eve and Zach is Eve's just playing Zach, and I think throughout the storyline, you're going to probably see Zach kind of realize. In fact, Zack Ryder himself played it up in a tweet saying that Eve didn't show up for the dinner date. So, by playing that up a little bit, that kind of tells you that Zack Ryder's going to get wise to Eve, and something's going to happen. Something's going to happen, basically, with Zack and Eve down the line. I think Eve's finally just going to. I think what WWE's going to do with Eve is just have her finally come out and tell Zack, look, you're an idiot, you're stupid, you're not even going to be a champion anymore. Now, we're not really sure exactly what they're going to do with Eve, though. Speculation is going around that she'll either face Beth Phoenix at WrestleMania, or Beth Phoenix, with her saying that she's going to go to Extra and pay Maria Menounos a visit, kind of makes you think either they're going to have Eve and Beth, or the celebrity match is going to be Maria Beth. So, that's going to be interesting to see. if that does occur. Now, we did have, believe it or not, the return of Brodus Clay to television. Some say it looks like he's lost weight, some others think he's gained weight. Well, Brodus ended up squashing Jinder Mahal in his return. And then after that, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything here. And then after that, we had Undertaker, Shawn Michaels in the confrontation in the ring, which I thought was pretty good. I thought it was very good. You know, some people might thought it was bland and everything, but I think it's very good. I think it kind of gives you more of a realistic kind of feel to it, that, you know, both still have tension between. There's still tension between the two, and there's respect, but there's still kind of that, you know, that feeling of unfinished business, which kind of tells me that if Undertaker wins Hell in a Cell, which I think he will, and still has maybe, as some people are speculating, 1 or 2 matches left in him, most importantly Mania matches, that I wouldn't be surprised that next year we get Taker in HBK 3. I'm not lying, folks. The way things are being built up here, I wouldn't be surprised by that. I wouldn't be surprised. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I think it's going to happen that way. I think that's what's going to happen. But surprisingly, folks, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to get Taker, Triple H 3 maybe down the line, or maybe even a damn triple threat like people are hoping for in the future. Who knows? Then, after that, we had, I guess you could say, then we had CM Punk and Miz one-on-one. Stipulation was that if Miz wins, he's in as part of Team Leonidas. If not, then it's his last shot. So Miz ends up losing to CM Punk in a short but good matchup. And then Chris Jericho comes on the Titantron and says, I have a secret that you've been... basically says he's found out a secret that Punk has tried to keep in the dark. And that secret being that Punk's father is an alcoholic, and that is why Punk comes out and says he's straight edge. That's why he has tattoos and all that, because he's afraid he's going to fall into the same category as his father. Now, I have to admit, this was a unique kind of spin, a unique twist, if you will, on the storyline in the build-up to Mania. Instead of making it just more about being best in the world, now they're making it more personal and more about mind games, if you will. So, pretty good. Pretty good. Some people felt it was kind of uneasy for that to be shown, or for Jericho to go that direction. But if you're going to really build something up as one of your big 4 matches, and especially a match that's to determine who's the best in the world, you got to sometimes go in those directions, whether you feel it's necessary or not. And then the last match of the night, which I'm pretty sure was the last match, I'm not really sure, we have Randy Orton and Jack Swagger. Now, good matchup and everything. Somebody even joked on one of the reviews saying that Jack Swagger got the enhancement talent entrance, if you will. But it was a good match overall. Randy Orton does win, and as he's about to celebrate, goes like to go to one of the corners and celebrate like this. You know, like this, and you have Fire just suddenly come out, and they're kind of still building up to Randy Orton and Kane at Mania, which has not been officially announced, but it's going to probably be announced tonight during the tapings of SmackDown. But after that, we finally went into the Rock concert, and the Rock concert, I will say, was entertaining. I'll give it that. It was entertaining. I mean, it was funny at times, and it was entertaining. basically Rock was doing his, this was basically The Rock's turn to insult Cena through music, and he did it by saying things about Cena's moms, Cena and this, Cena and the Teletubby, Vanilla Eyes, and blah 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 and all that. Just trying to find every single thing he can hit Cena with. And then he ends it by doing their rendition, or his rendition of "We Will Rock You." And they actually have and he has everybody singing along, and he has the words on the Titantron, and like I said, it's a revised version of "We Will Rock You," and it's again, the segment was entertaining. I will not deny it wasn't. I'm not saying it wasn't. I thought it was entertaining. I thought they did a good job here. We'll just have to see where they go with it from there. But overall, I thought it was alright. I thought it was a good Raw. It was nice to see the whole basic Thuganomics Word Life thing back. The only question is, are they going to blend that and mix that in with the whole "My time is now, hustle, loyalty, respect" Cena, rise above the hate deal? Are they going to blend that all together for Cena, so he can use all of it, or what? We don't really know yet. Again, this Raw did get some mixed reviews. There's no doubt about it, but I thought it was good, and that's all I'm going to say about it. So, comment down below. Tell me what you think. Sorry about the phone ringing throughout this review, and I will talk to you all later.